net cord. And they're forcing themselves into error. That's a good rally. Very good use of the mid-court area by both pairs. Look, the angle down the line, then trying to play, got past the net player, but the rear court player moving forward to still take that shuttle at shoulder height. It's good combination play, good understanding between the two players. 3-4. The Chinese pair having more difficulties in this second game, finding a way through the defence of the Koreans. It's going to go along with the back line, yeah. I remember watching this Chinese pair at the Macau Open, their first ever tournament together. They reached the semi-final. They lost out to Kukian Kiat and Tan Boon Hyung, or Malaysia, the #1 pair in the world. But in the second round, they beat the #3 seeds Alvin Yulianto Chandra and Hendra Aprida Gunawan. And then in the quarter-final, they beat the #8 seeds Chan Chongming and Chu Chineng from Malaysia. I remember thinking, this Chinese pair, goodness gracious, the first ever tournament together. I thought that is more than showing potential. Oh, what a miss! My goodness! ChaiB seemed to flap with the backhand. Really need a short, sharp movement of the racket head. Look, as he comes forward, this second one flops the racket head over instead of little tap action with the racket head, and therefore drags it down into the net. Yeah. What's the problem? Indicating that he perhaps needs the tournament doctor. Some problem with his left knee, I think. Gilles Cavet, our umpire from France. Well, there's been no real signs, I have to say. He's got that shoulder heavily strapped, but no real signs that there's been any lack of movement with that knee. But the tournament doctor comes on. Oh, we'll look closely to see what actually is treated here. Oh, it's a blood injury. There we go. International sports, the regulations say that blood injuries must be treated. It wasn't a problem with his knee, so of course that's not going to be a major problem, thankfully. And he will be able to continue with the match. Meanwhile, the two Koreans watching their young teammate on the adjoining court. Sung Ji-hyun of Korea against another Korean, Bae Seong-hee. So Korea guaranteed a finalist in the women's singles. In fact, 3 of the 4 women's singles semi-finalists are all Korean. So back to the men's doubles semi-final. 7-3, the advantage to the number 1 seeds, Jung Jae-sung and Lee Yong-dae. Oh, that's nice. Just inside the back line. The Koreans, they're such a complete pair. And by that I mean they both have the ability from the front of the court. They're both equally strong at the back. They have wonderful defences, and yet they're an exciting attacking pair as well. I really struggle to see at times where on earth the weaknesses are with them. Great play from ZhangNN. Well, I remember in the house saying they were stars of the future. They're the stars now. Chinese pair. Bewildered silence almost from the crowd, and there's an error from Lee Yong-dae. But he is human. Disappointment for him in the mixed doubles. He and his Olympic partner won the gold medal, of course, in Beijing. They were the number 1 seeds here, and they lost in the very first round to Tao Xiaoming and Zhang Yaowen of China. Concentrating now totally on his men's doubles.
7-8.
Well, they've narrowed the gap to just 1 solitary point. Yeah, and I thought in the early stages of this second game, a Chinese pair could lose their way. And this is showing great character. I talked about character at the change of ends. Oh, just wide.
9-7.
Good call by the line judge. Right idea to go for that. Try that interception from ChaiB. Shuttle just coming too quickly for him to deal with it. Oh, good flick serve again. Oh, this is great stuff.
8-10.
Oh, it's long.
9-10.
To admit that last year there was an awful lot of experimentation with both the Korean and Chinese players. There's a whole generation of new players coming into world badminton from those two nations, and they had the luxury of being able to experiment with partnerships, play players with different partners in different tournaments around the world. But it looks to me as if they're beginning to settle informed in their considered best partnerships. So a 2-point advantage at the mid-game interval for the #1 seeds. So play about to resume. Lee Yong-dae serving. Well, it was the second half of the opening game that the Koreans really started to stamp their authority. Came from behind to take that opening game. It was a good return of serve. He's using that mid-court area, just guiding the shuttle in a downward direction into the tram lines. Very good tactics in doubles. Oh, that is superb. Great deception, an even better angle from JungJS LeeYD. How on earth did he play that? That's exquisite. Oh my goodness. Oh! Unbelievable. What a rally. Well, first one dives, then the other. Jung down on the ground, plays a shot. Then Lee Yong-dae dives. He tries to play the shot while he's on the ground. And I have to say, the Chinese pair did awfully well to keep their concentration. I know myself, when your opponents are down on the floor, easy to take your eye off the shuttle, easy to get distracted. But not these youngsters from China. That was excellent.
12-13. Play.
Yeah, put away with venom. There's no way he was going to miss this. Yeah, and look at that look, as if to say,